Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. Today is gonna be a review of my week in fragrance featuring She Was Here by Forevr Mood. This fragrance is very new. It just hit the stores this week and I had to pick it up for my birthday. I've been doing a lot of collecting for my birthday and I was so happy to see that there was going to be a new release from this brand. I really love Forevr Mood. I love their fragrances. I have one full bottle of NDA and the other three I have travel sizes. But when I saw this one and I saw the notes and then I went in store and smelled it, I was like, it's a wrap. We're gonna go ahead and get that full bottle, okay? And that's exactly what I did. I spent my entire week with She Was Here and I wanna tell you what my experience was. If that's something that you're interested in, please keep on watching. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any videos from me. And if you're already subscribed, hey, let's get into the review. So, She Was Here by Forevr Mood. This fragrance is fresh off of the store shelves and came into my collection. This came out on the 4th of August, which was earlier this week, and I picked it up for my birthday. I picked it up. I've been doing a little bit of hauling for my birthday, which I'll do a haul for you guys soon on the channel, so look out for that. But when I saw the notes in this fragrance and I saw that this was coming to the shelves and soon, by the way, I was like, this is a no-brainer. I have to get my nose on this. I really love the way that Forevr Mood executes their fragrances. These bottles are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. This is the classic bottle. I currently have a full bottle of NDA from this brand, and I have to say I love all of the fragrances. Out of all four of the current releases, NDA was my favorite, but when this came out, I don't know, this one's gonna give NDA a little run for her money. So let's go ahead and get into my experience and what this juice smells like, because that's exactly why you're here. So let's go ahead and spray a little on paper and see what it's giving. So this is a pistachio fragrance. I definitely get the pistachio. There's pistachio, there's vanilla milk, there's amber, and then there's Turkish rose. I love the way that this is blended. It's very smooth. I would say that you can definitely pick up on all of the notes in here. It feels very inviting. I really love the way that the pistachio is done in here. It just gives it like, not even like it just grounds it a lot better. I really like the way that the pistachio is done. You get it right off the bat. You can't miss the pistachio. I love the way that milk kind of smooths things out and then it turns into this like ambery vanilla. I wouldn't even say it's slightly powdery. Like it's not powdery to a point where you're sneezing. It's definitely powdery, but very slightly powdery. I love the floral take on this. This is just so beautiful. This is so beautiful. It's very soft. I would say very soft. It's sexy, especially in the dry down. You get that sexiness. It comes through. That Turkish rose, I really love in this fragrance. It just smells so enveloping, so inviting. This fragrance has a great sillage. I wore this fragrance as soon as I got it and I could smell it all day. Like in all of the rooms that I went in, I would come back in and I would just get like either the dry down or like just those bursts of the rose. That milk is just so smooth and creamy. I just really love the wear of this. I would say that you could probably get like 4 or 5 hours out of this fragrance, and that's exactly the performance that I get out of the other fragrances that I have from Forevr Mood. I just love the way that this is executed. Very well blended, very well blended. I love this. I love this. The more and more I smell it, especially on skin, it just smells like a hug, but as it dries down, it gets like very romantic, very sexy. I wouldn't say this is like a bomb, you know, or anything like that. I would just say that this is just very soft, very feminine with a tad bit of that amber in there to kind of like make it not too like pretty. This amber gives it like a sexiness that I really enjoy. I love this. I've really been enjoying this fragrance. I feel like you could wear this anywhere. And I also feel like you can wear this any time of the year. I love this for the fall though. I feel like this is gonna be a great addition to my fall collection. I have spent my entire week with this fragrance and I'll have you know that I have paired it with some bangers in my collection, okay? I wore this the first couple days by itself. I reapplied it a couple times just to kind of get reacquainted with the fragrance. And this is the best one. Also, I feel like this is a safe blind buy. This is a safe blind buy, especially for, you know, the girl who like doesn't really, you know, jive with like floral notes, maybe like a little bit woody. I feel like the floral done in here is just done in just the best way possible because it's not too like forward. The Turkish rose, it just gives like a sexiness to it, almost a little bit juicy, to be honest with you. Just a little bit juicy. Like it is absolutely beautiful. Okay, it is absolutely beautiful. So let's get into these combos because I got my entire life combining this fragrance with some other bangers in my collection. So earlier this week when I bought this fragrance, I immediately put it on. I unboxed it and everything. So sorry you all don't get an unboxing. I was too excited to keep everything in a box and just bring it to you straight, right? I put it on immediately. I have used a good amount of this fragrance already. I mean, it was filled to the top. So I've done a lot of sprays already with this fragrance and I just absolutely love it. I don't have anything that smells like this. It is just floral. It's milky. It gives you like, it puts you in a headspace of just comforting. It just feels like a hug, like a warm hug from your boo, okay? And that's exactly what I'm getting out of this fragrance. I know you wanna know, what did I pair this with this week? Because you know that I definitely took some bangers out of my collection to see how they went with this. And I have to say, this one is a good one. This one is a good one, guys. Okay, so first up, I went in with Milky Way by Brown Sugar Babe, okay? I love this fragrance. This is giving a little bit like milkiness and with woody, with some woods. So I really wanted to like amp up the creaminess of this fragrance. And if you want to do that, I would highly suggest if you have Milky Way or if you have commodity milk, this is the woodier version of that. And so adding this and putting some woods with something that already has like a lactone or some milk accord, and it just set it off, okay? It set it off. If you have this fragrance, if you have commodity milk, the fragrance, definitely try that. But I have Milky Way by Brown Sugar Babe. This was the perfect combo to help this one last a little bit longer. I would say I got it like 5 to 6 hours out of it when I put this on the base, and then I put this on after that, and I really, really enjoyed it. So next up is Vanilla Whisper by Brown Sugar Babe. And I went in and put this as my base. Now I mixed it with like a little bit of lotion because this one is very loud, okay? So I didn't want this oil to kind of overtake the fragrance. I mixed this one with some lotion and so that it could be like a little bit dialed back, and I really, really enjoy just wearing this by itself, to be honest with you. But when I paired it with this, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Vanilla powder is what this is inspired by. And if you know that fragrance, you know that it's very, very powerful. So I would say if you have that fragrance, just do like a couple spritzes of that and you'll be fine. But if you have this oil by Brown Sugar Babe, that is what it's inspired by. This one is called Vanilla Whisper, and I absolutely love this one by itself. Well, when I put it with this, it just added like that floral, nutty pistachio. It actually amplified that a lot more and gave it like a little bit more vanilla forward feel as well. Great combo, great combo. I would highly, highly recommend. Anything that you have vanilla that, you know, doesn't really have a lot of florals, I would say that this will pair very, very nicely with it, because this gives you like a creamy floral that dries down, just very like sexy, well-rounded, and your wearing experience is going to be a lot longer as well. So these two went together real bad for me this week. But my favorite, let's get into my favorite combo that I did with this one. And I would highly recommend, okay, if you're a Brown Sugar Babe fan, I would highly recommend pairing this. If you have this, you have to pair it with Sweet Honey Bucket, okay? This one is gonna be inspired by the Cirque du Soleil Eau de Parfum. I believe that's what it's called. But this one is like apple, cotton candy. This one has some butter popcorn in it, a butter note or a popcorn note in it that kind of makes this like very smooth and doesn't go off into like a too sweet. So this is like very well-rounded, but pairing it with this and putting a floral to it and adding a floral in the mix, there's no pistachio, there's no nuttiness in this fragrance. So this pistachio, it gives it like a little bit more, this gives it like a little bit more buttery, smooth, creamy, but with a little bit of floral undertone. This smelled incredible. Okay, now I got the most compliments when I wore this one this week. Okay, the compliments were flowing. My husband absolutely loved it. He didn't even know that I purchased this. He was just like, what is the combo for today? What is it? He knows I'm a little mixologist, but he absolutely loved this one. He kept coming back and smelling and smelling. I don't know if that compliment counts, okay, because you know, but I had a doctor's appointment earlier this week as well. I wanted to pair this with Sweet Honey Buckin, and this just gave it like a much more floral essence to it. So I put this one down first, and this one is not like too loud at all. I feel like it kind of dies down a little bit around the 3-hour mark. I paired it with this one. I got the longevity that I was looking for, but these two are just very sweet. I would say this is more subtle on the sweetness, so this is not gonna be like cloying or anything like that, but you do get like some sweetness out of it. So putting these two together, this fragrance just gave it like that floral kick that it really is missing, in my opinion. I feel like there needs to be some florals in here. I'm not exactly sure if there are any florals in this oil, but when I paired these two together, I absolutely loved it. Okay, if you have Cirque du Soleil Eau de Parfum or you have Sweet Honey Buckin by Brown Sugar Babe, this is the match made in heaven. Okay, try these two together. I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong. Okay, so let's into some fragrances that I paired this one with, okay? First of all, I went in with Lost in a Dream by Navitus. This is a newbie to my collection. This will be included in my birthday haul coming up. This is like a milk accord. This has cinnamon at the top. There's some spices at the top, but I really like the fact that this milk accord very like airy. It's done in a way that doesn't smell like a spoiled milk or anything like that. This smells like it's a little bit of cinnamon Toast Crunch. If you left a little bit of Cinnamon Toast Crunch in your milk, and those of you who know, okay, leave a little bit of cereal at the bottom. The milk that you taste when the cereal kind of dissipates, this is exactly what this smells like, okay? That you're gonna get sweet cinnamon milky accord out of this. I was a little bit scared to purchase this fragrance, to be honest with you. I don't jive that well with lactones or anything that is like has milk in the base. I feel like I had a bad experience with one of my fragrances and I just like never went back, but I'm starting to dip my little toe back into the lactonic pool, and I went ahead and pulled the trigger on this Lost in a Dream. When I paired it with this, oh my goodness. Okay, first of all, put this one on first, okay? Don't overpower it. I feel like if you put this one on top of this one, it's gonna completely lose the sillage. It's gonna completely lose the performance. I went in just in my pulse points, okay, because this lasts for a very long time. So put this in my pulse points, and then I sprayed this like on the rest of my body and then on my clothing, and it smelled so good. It amplifies that vanilla milk in this fragrance. This one paired with this one together, it just is a match made in heaven, okay? If you have this or you have any other fragrances with some lactones in it that don't have any florals and gives a little bit of spice, I would definitely go in with She Was Here by Forevr Mood. These two together, oh my gosh. I actually wore this to bed one day and it smelled just absolutely incredible. Very comforting, and just a warm hug, okay? A warm hug is what I got when I put these two together. Now, who in their right mind would not grab for Yum Pistachio Gelato? These two. This is the combo, okay? If you don't have any of the other fragrances that I have and you have this one, beautiful. This one is beautiful. So Yum Pistachio Gelato is gonna be pistachio, hazelnut, sweet rum, whipped cream, marshmallow, and cotton candy, okay? And then you put amber, okay? You put vanilla milk, you put pistachio, and then you add a little Turkish rose in there. Girl, this is the combo, okay? I know I said the other ones were the combo. That's why I love this fragrance so much, because I can compare it with so many different fragrances in my collection. I've shown you a sugary sweet one. I've shown you a milky oil. I've shown you something with a little bit of cinnamon in it. And this one, you need this in your life, okay? You need this one in your life. If you have this fragrance, get a little travel size of this if you don't have it. Everybody and their mom has to have it at this point. At this point, everybody's had to try, okay, Yum Pistachio Gelato. But these two were absolutely divine together, okay? Absolutely divine. Both of them I had to kind of like reapply here and there, but that pistachio is just amplified. If you want the pistachio in here to be amplified and you want that to be like a little bit more forward and a little bit more in your face, because the pistachio in this fragrance is very much in the top, okay? It's very much in the top. This right here, oh my gosh, you'll actually smell the Turkish rose even more, to be honest with you. I got like even more floral, so that kind of amped that floral note, those floral notes up for me. And then the amber and the dry down on this, it just gives it like a more well-rounded, this makes it like more well-rounded. This fragrance can lead in like a little bit soapy, but when I paired it with this, it just became something that's like, I wouldn't even say woody, but you know how woody notes in the base kind of like just rounds out a fragrance just very nicely? That's exactly what this amber did. That's exactly what this amber does. And I loved the fact that I had that in the base, because this fragrance I can smell the entire time. This did not wear it out. It didn't overpower each other. I think these are just very well balanced, two very well balanced fragrances, and they just kind of complement each other so nicely. Definitely 10 out of 10. Okay, 10 out of 10 would highly recommend all of these. But this one, I know you have this one, girl. Go ahead and buy this. If you don't have the full bottle, highly recommend the full bottle, by the way, but get your nose on a travel size of this and pair it with I always mess this one up. Yum Pistachio Gelato, and you will get your entire life. Okay, all day long, all day long. Okay, and last but not least, we are gonna go ahead and get this one. Get this one. First of all, the bottles. Okay, look at the bottles. The bottles are matching, so you already know. You already know I was gonna pull out Young Bougie Marshmallow. Okay, this one is freesia, strawberry, pink marshmallow, creamy coconut, whipped vanilla, and pink musk. That musk and the amber in here, oh my goodness, okay? That whipped cream and the vanilla in this fragrance, and the vanilla milk in this fragrance, incredible. The nuttiness of this and the airiness of that freesia and that marshmallow and that cotton candy. Oh, guys, what are you doing? If you don't have this one was my favorite. I loved the pistachio gelato, okay? But I kept going in on this one. All right, I kept going in on this one. I just absolutely love it. I'm so glad to have this fragrance in my collection. This one was a no-brainer for me. This just takes it up a notch. It makes it even more creamy, more marshmallowy, more airy, more fluffy, and I just got my entire fragrance life, okay, with this one. Please try this one. This is the one to try. Try them all, to be honest with you, if you have those other fragrances in your collection, but this one and that pistachio gelato, those were my top two, okay? Those were my top two of the bunch. You know, I got my entire life with She Was Here, and they know that I was there, okay? If you're going to wear this fragrance, okay, just be prepared to be stopped. If you're gonna wear this fragrance, you know, just the compliments are gonna be endless, all right? I would highly, highly recommend, if you don't have this fragrance in your collection, please get a travel size, okay? Please just start with the travel size. All right, you're not gonna be disappointed. I was actually pleasantly surprised by this fragrance. The notes, I already have pistachio fragrances in my collection, so I kind of knew, you know, what to expect from that pistachio and that vanilla milk, but that Turkish rose just turns it into something that is so pretty, sexy, just date night. It's really anytime. I absolutely love this one, and I'm gonna keep this one around, okay? Get your hands on it if you don't already have it. And thank you, Jackie Ina, for giving us another banger. Okay, girl, you did your thing with this one. You did your thing, girlfriend. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for spending your time with me. Again, if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And if you're already subscribed, give me those likes, give me those thumbs ups. I really appreciate it. I adore you guys. AromaBabe signing out. Peace.